Whoop. All right. We're live. I'm just starting 2 minutes early so that people can congregate here before we begin. I don't know. It usually takes a minute or two if you're watching this pre-recorded. Sorry about that for YouTube to populate people and so on. So be patient for a minute or two, or just go forward if it's pre-recorded. And then we're going to jump into it. Yay. Trust Crash Course, Liberty 8 Academy. Your host, John McKeag. Enjoy. So we're just going to wait for some folks to show up. We do this noon every Monday. Trust Crash Course live. And you can jump in here on YouTube, ask questions, what have you. All right? Anyone could do that. So great, people have showed up, fantastic. Hey, Trust Crash Course, Liberty 8 Academy. All right, how to protect any and all assets without personal liability, and so many other things. The no tax trust, death and taxes, right? No, just death, but no taxes. No one has to pay taxes, yay. So we're gonna do a little Trust Crash Course. It's like, oh, tell me about your trust. So what you have, we're at liberty8academy.org, and there you can get this trust, and we help you through it and so on. So that's what we're going to talk about, is this trust, the no tax trust, okay? So we're going to wait just a, like one more minute or a couple seconds or what have you, just because we get into this, all right? So what are we talking about here? Let's see if I can get this organized. What are we talking about? We're talking about a tax-free trust for any individual or business. That's right. Absolutely any situation, okay? People are like, yeah, well, I don't know if I can use this trust. Yeah, you can. Works for every situation, okay? For any individual or business. You can't get out of taxes if you're in a W-2 situation with this, but every other situation you can. And we teach you how to get out of that if you want to. So, yeah, it's for any individual or any business, and there's so many benefits to this. It's really crazy that everyone isn't doing this. It's just gives you so much control back and, money. Just face it, money. So tax-free trust, you're like, tax-free, okay, what, you got to tell me more. Yeah, no problem. What do I mean by tax-free, and what are we talking about here? Well, turns out the IRS has a special code, okay? What's a nonprofit, right? 501c3. 501c3 nonprofit, okay, that's a code in the United States Code, all right? And that's the IRS code right there. And so that's what we're looking at, a section of the code from the IRS right here, okay? And it has special rules with respect to 501c3. Fantastic, right? So what is it talking about? Mandatory exemption. There's a mandatory exemption. Mandatory for anything that's a church or a convention, huh? Churches, conventions, okay. So churches, people know what they are, but a convention, that's like, what is that? That's just an agreement between two parties. And so the two parties on the trust are, you can play both parts of two parties, and that would be a grantor trustee. In other words, you are the trust. You operate the trust by yourself. No one else, no other influence, nothing like that, completely private. And if you do that, according to the IRS, you have a mandatory exemption, and that exemption means you don't have to pay taxes, period. And it's really cool. You don't, yeah, we'll get to that, but you don't pay taxes, period. You don't pay taxes, don't pay taxes. It's a mandatory exemption. Yeah. And see, it's not by application. Do you notice that? You don't apply, like, usually there's long application. Oh, what? I got to apply with all these financials, blah, 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 to get 501c3 status. Yeah, this is a hack. right, that the IRS made up, not me. I didn't make this up. I'm just an accountant telling you about it. That's all. Okay? So I didn't make this up, but here we are. All right? And so there's an exemption. There's an exemption to having to apply for the exemption, right? There's an exception. Okay. Double talk of the IRS. But the point is, you don't have to pay taxes. That's the point. And another benefit, you don't report taxes ever. Is that great? No reporting of taxes. Not ever, forever. And you see, if you look at this, it has the same exact word for word words that we just watched in the 508c1a, right? This is a part of the IRS Code 2, right? 6033. Returns by exempt organizations. Okay. Same exact wording, exempt from filing, yay! Mandatory exemption, yay! And further down you see convention, yay! It's fantastic. So exact same wording. So what is that? No paying of taxes and no reporting of taxes. Okay, Timothy says, how about a credit card to go to the academy? How about a credit card to go to the academy, right? That would be great. Get a credit card, and then you can make a purchase and go to the academy, right? Fantastic. I love it, Timothy. And you could get a credit card for your trust. We have that information. That's Business Finances 101. That's how to build up credit for your trust. Great question, Timothy. Any questions, fire them away. We're just doing the basics here, okay? Now, what else are we doing here now that folks have joined us? 5 p.m. today, all right? We're having a trust workshop. That's right, it's live. And it's every Monday. See this, we do this YouTube thing at noon, okay? On Monday. Anyone can show up, ask questions. It's our YouTube. All right, you type out questions and we go through the trust crash course. And this is just a few basic concepts about the trust. But now that's at noon every Monday. You with me? Second separate event, okay? 5 p.m. Mondays. We're going to do a trust workshop. This is a more detailed run through everything, all the details of the trust. And you just go to our website, liberty8academy.org, sign up, and there you can sign up for the trust workshop, okay? It's private, it's not on YouTube, you're gonna be on Zoom. It's a private interaction between just a few people who ever sign up and myself, every Monday at 5. So yeah, you wanna come and bring up anything, but we're gonna go more, people are like, well, I need to know more about the trust. Okay, before I get it, cool. We have more if you want to. So, because people end up, okay, what about this and what about that? We have all that information. So come at 5 p.m. today, go to the website, sign up, you'll see. And actually we're gonna do it every Monday at 5. So if it doesn't work for you today, go and sign up for another Monday at 5 if you want to check it out, Okay. So, and yeah, that's just a more detailed run through, okay, about this private trust that we have, all right? So 5 p.m. every Monday, you can sign up for future events, for today's event, and so on. It's not just like busted out live on YouTube like we're doing right here, okay? You gotta sign up. Okay, all right. Timothy, got another question here. Got the trust as still getting denied for credit. Okay, did you get did you get Business Finance 101 and follow that information? You need to do that. You gotta, first of all, with a trust, you gotta register at Secretary of State, right? You gotta do that. Have you done that step? Did you get that Business Finance 101 class and follow all the steps you have to do? That's how you do it. That's how I did it. That's what people do with the trust. That's how I got up to EIDL and so on, credit cards, all that stuff. Yeah, we have all the details in that course. Okay, good question. We put up videos this past week on our YouTube channel, which goes through course description, every course that we have. And some of them aren't courses per se, like My Time. You could get My Time. There's a $10 book. the Great Deception on the website. So, there are different things there. So they're not all courses, but there aren't that many. We really focus on the trust and all the knowledge that goes with the trust, and that's what we have mainly. But we have some other, some of those things that we have are freebie things, okay, like this. Like, sign up for the trust workshop, So Timothy, you gotta follow that information. Because there are two parts to getting credit for a trust, okay, or credit for any business. It works for this information is there are a few extra steps for getting credit for the trust. Oh no, this can't be happening right now. Oh, it's something else. Okay, sorry. I just saw somebody coming over and I thought it was something else. Okay. Roxy, right. I can't register mine in Secretary of State. How do I get around that? You do have to register as Secretary of State. You could do it in another state than where you are. It's no problem. Good question, Roxy. So let me use myself as an example, okay? I started the first trust. What are these trusts? First ever, I started in Arizona, Tucson, Arizona. After a couple of years, I ended up moving to Florida, where I am now. And I didn't even know, to be honest with you, if Arizona had a pathway for registration in the trust. All right, Vance. Yes, we got Vance on here. I'm happy you're along for the ride, Vance. Welcome. I know that you got a trust recently, and yeah, excellent. Okay, so back to what I was saying. So I set up my trust in Arizona, moved to Florida, and I was trying to get around everything that costs my clients money. That's what I'm always trying to do, and that means I was trying to build credit without paying the money for registration in the trust, and I did that for a while, and it just didn't work. I couldn't find a way around it, and so I ended up registering the trust at Secretary of State in Florida, which is fine, and it was started in Arizona. Do you get it? And that's okay. It doesn't matter. You just need somewhere that trust has to be, see? And it has another, it has another address where it got started. That's fine. So let's just say one method, you got to fill out the form. Like I put up a public video about this. It won't be public for, probably too much longer. Go into the coursework, but it's about how to apply, to the Secretary of State of Florida, how to fill in the blanks. There's usually some back and forth with them and stuff because I don't want to make it too easy, but it's affordable. You can do it in Florida. There is a pathway, so you could do it in Florida. Now, you need to do it from a Florida address. You see what I'm saying? You can't do it from an out-of-state address. So maybe you need like one of those services that has an office with a real address. Not a P.O. box, can't be a P.O. box. And then you could just register through that, service of an office. So once you get they registered, okay, I don't need that service anymore. Send all this stuff to the address in another state, you see. So that type of thinking can get it done. Roxy, excellent question. And that maybe helps Timothy out too, hopefully. Or Edwin, how does one apply for tax exemption with a local store? You mean sales tax exemption, which is a state tax. A state, not a federal tax, not an IRS tax. Okay. Is it bringing the trust packet of your EIA from the IRS? No, to prove exemption. No, it's not the IRS. You're already exempt from the IRS. So you're talking about a state tax exemption. One online retailer asks for a certificate from the state. Exactly. Now you know what's up. Good question. So an easy place to get these forms, you have to fill out an application per state. Every state process for a sales tax exemption, which in almost everyone's world is adds up to nothing, very little money. So it's not even worth doing this. So that's almost everyone. So there's no reason to have the sales tax exemption. What are you paying, some gas tax or whatever? Big deal. But for some other people in business and so on that do have this component of sales tax, like say they're resellers or something like that, it can matter. So for you people, yeah, this matters, and that's Edwin's question. So a place to find these forms that's easy to find for me, that I found in my research, is Amazon. I know you don't need an Amazon account. You don't need to sign up with Amazon. I'm not talking about you have to use Amazon. No, I'm just saying if you go to Amazon and they have a bunch of people selling stuff on Amazon. You follow? And so if somebody needs sales tax exemption, they have up pops 50 states and they're all hyperlinks of each state. And you just click on them, and up pops your state application for the sales tax exemption. Okay, so, and when I find that, because Amazon has to have the current forms and everything, so they're always researching and blah blah blah. So I just recommend going to Amazon and be like, click, okay, that's the application for sales tax exemption. So you got to fill that out, and yeah, that's how you do it. All right. And some Max PNC sending to legal takes 3 to 5 days. Is that normal? It's normal for PNC, your branch, I guess. Some banks do that. No, that's abnormal. It's really weird, actually. But I recommend people bank where they currently bank, and so you must be banking a PNC already, and that's cool. That's their process for getting a trust account. Fine, go through it, and if they say everything you like, get a trust account with them. You know what I mean? Have legal look at it. It's legal, so that's fine. Okay, so then, you can get a bank account at another bank too, not just PNC. I do recommend that, just you have a trust, why not have 2 banks? You know what I mean? I'm not real trusting of the bankers, so that's, that's correct. Okay. Oh, George, hey, good crew today. Excellent. So, how about we go on to the next slide? What do we say? Been with them 20 years. Yeah, Vance. Okay, so you like your bank. That's cool. Just go through the process, 3 to 5 days, whatever, It is, just got my trusts all set up. Thank you so much, Sean. Oh, Kira. Excellent. Kira. The real Kira. Hey. It's been with them 20 years. Yeah, so Vance, actually PNC is kind of good as a bank. If they open the trust and so on, and you start, going up the ladder of credit, okay, eventually you could get to one of the cool places is PNC. And they have, if you do all the steps and everything, okay, it's down the road. But my understanding is they have a line of credit that doesn't go off a personal guarantee. It's the only one I've ever heard of. It's a PNC. I think it's a $50,000 credit limit. So that's cool. So, it might be worth the wait is what I'm saying, Vance. You like it there? They have a good product there. They have some other good credit products for, they're a pretty decent sized bank, really. So, and they must be convenient to you. So, I don't know of anyone with them, Vance, but I have recommended people because of that credit product I like over there. I've thought about going to them, but I've been busy. I have 2 banks, blah, blah, blah. But honestly, it'd be the next one I'd go to. So I'm curious about your experience. I'm considering a Fidelity. I never know Fidelity is that funny. People have done, that's fine, do Fidelity, it should be fine. But I'm just saying, I know, I either have done or know people that have done E-Trade, Schwab, TD Ameritrade. So you shouldn't have any problem over there at Fidelity, but go to one of these other ones if so, but it shouldn't be a problem. So good questions. Okay, let's think about the next slide unless we get another question. Okay. So no reporting taxes. Protect any asset, right? It's fantastic. Your money, which includes like Bitcoin or whatever, yeah, you could get a bank account in a trust name. Yeah, you could get a Coinbase account or what have you in a trust name. That's right. You know, your car, I mean, in any vehicles, anything with a title, right, could be in a trust, just anything, which is cool. That's so many things: boats, trucks, heavy equipment, you know, cars, mobile homes, trailers, you know, different things. So at your home, real estate, any kind of real estate, not just your home, but commercial real estate, anything, right? Can be the name of your trust. Yay. And your business. Yes, any business can operate tax-free and reporting tax-free. Come on, I mean, this is why we're only doing the trust now. And we're not focused on any of that other information about credit and debt. We're not helping anybody with this. This is such an easy thing to do, this trust. Yes, maybe your bank, because you like your bank, you know, you bank with for 20 years, holds you up for a couple days. Worst case scenario, you have to go to another bank, maybe, you know, worst case. But really, every other bank, it's, and you know what's funny too, Vance, is what's happened is I never heard of a bank actually saying no. Because like somebody that likes their bank goes to a bank I never heard of, maybe you're not quite as big a bank or regional bank or what have you, and they try it. And it can sometimes be about the branch you interact with. So even if you don't have success through this process, Vance, you might want to go to another branch, actually. I had to do that with Chase initially. That was a piece of cake. The first place was like, what? The second place was, oh, yeah, what time do you want to come in? Everything's in order. Your account's open. Okay. You know, so it's just, well, the only kind of mix-up-y thing I ever see is, you know, some particular branches just don't have trust expertise that you would like there. That's all. And that can delay you or hold you up or be like, what, is this trust real? You know what I mean? It's like all that, but it's usually like a branch or something, a lack of expertise in that particular branch or something. All right. Timothy, PSC explained the coupon payment method, then reneged a payment showed up on the account summary that is different than the doctor payment. Okay, I'm sorry, I don't follow that. Coupon payment method. Some credit issue with PSC. I'm sorry to hear that, man. As I'm guessing what you're on about with that. Okay, and your business, yes, any business can be tax-free. People ask this a lot, like your business. Yeah, but what if I do this? What if I do that? See, all other business types, like an LLC, a nonprofit, C Corp, S Corp, what have you, right? All of those, you start the business and then it's rule-based, right? If you do this, taxes. Oh, okay. This trust is different. It's not like that. It's structure-based. You set it up, and that's it. It doesn't matter what you do because it's the structure itself. The EIN they give you, whoop, you know, and that you legally fit into that EIN classification. Yes, you do. And that gives you tax-free status. So it doesn't matter what you do from then on, okay? You don't report, you don't pay taxes. It's that simple. It's not like any other entity, okay? And this is really easy to do. Okay, Edwin, my state is making it difficult to apply with Secretary of State. You have to get approval to have the word trust in it. I'm still not sure if I found the right application. Yeah. You know, it's such a beautiful thing to do what we're doing here, you know. They don't make it super easy. Florida, there's some back and forth, but they make it happen. So, you know. And other states, people have definitely been successful in it. It just expect back and forth, not an easy pathway. Some people you speak to be like, no, we don't do that, or I don't know, or whatever. So sometimes it can take many interactions and lots of Googling or what have you to find the pathway. That's why I put up that video about the Secretary of State about Florida, so you can sort of get the principles involved with it and so on. Go watch that video. I know these people have that are asking the questions, but to the other people, you know. Oxy. I started a construction business in 2005. Has its own EIN and does number in good standing. Great. How do I put it under one of my trusts? You don't. Can I use the current name of the business? Just add the trust name to the end of it. I wouldn't recommend that, no. So, no, you can't do neither of those, no. That's why I recommend for almost everyone, the first trust they set up with a bank account, most people, right, is your first name, last name of your person, right, your straw man, what have you, first and last name trust. 3 words. First and last name trust. Like John McCagg Trust, my example, okay? That's my legal person's name. Some people call me Jack, but that's not legal. So why? Because I got ID. Look, here's ID. I don't say my person, but look, that's my ID. And they're like, first, last name, trust. Oh, that must be you. Bankers are not intelligent. You know, they're just programmed to know certain information, not intelligent, okay? And so the bankers rule Earth, right? Every facet of it, every single part of it. And, you know, they're not good, okay? And so they work with the IRS and stuff like that, but they're not smart, and it's not their job. They don't work at the IRS. So they know about this, right? This banking method I'm teaching, but they don't necessarily love to let everyone through that gateway, you know? Like, oh, no taxes forever. We lost another, you know, cow out of the herd that we were milking. You know, they're not into that. So they don't always make it super easy, okay? Anyway, back to your question. So when you have any business venture that you're doing, whether it be a construction business or what have you, for different reasons, we'll go into it. This is a great question, Roxy, okay? But let's just get into it because we're live. Other people have this question. It's a good business question. Every detail. Okay. Hang in there. So first and last name trust would be like, okay, see, because, you know, people pay through a payment gateway into your bank account, what have you, right? That's what they do. So I pay by PayPal, I pay by check, I pay by whatever, right? But it's usually, you know, credit card or something like that, Stripe, PayPal, whatever. So that's just connected to your bank account of your trust. So if they're paying, it goes right into your bank account, that's it. And so they know who you are, right? They know who you are. And so if you do, you know, someone's paying your business, okay, great. Here, we just take checks to blah, blah, blah trust. Okay, great, no problem. Okay, so it's really simple. I did it in my name, an open bank account, and the bank is ready to give me a line of credit for all my real. Great. Sweet. Fantastic. So let's talk through another part of this construction license issue, okay? Because, you know, I get it. I was 25 years licensed general contractor myself in earlier days. And so you take the test, you pass it, and then, you know, they ask you, oh, what entity do you want the license? Now that you pass the test and have a license. And you would want to ask that licensing board, like give them a ring-a-ding-ding or email them, right? Hey, I talked to my accountant and I was wondering, can I use a trust? Can I license a trust? You know, does it have to be an LLC or does it have to be personal? Could it be a trust? You see, that's all. And so if they do that, then they would issue the license for your construction company in the name of the trust. That's it. Okay, simple. If they don't, you would still have your bank account. You know, that would be where all the money would go in and out of. Boop, boop. First and last name trust. There you go. And money's coming in and out for your construction business. You could hold the license over there in the name of your person. Oh, just license me, right? Why? Because now we're running two businesses at least, right? Your person, which isn't you, and your trust, okay? So we set up our person with nothing, right? No assets, no liabilities, no nothing, right? No money coming in, no money going out, no bank account, zeros, right? All expenses are under the trust, everything like that. You don't use that person anymore. You just give the person great credit profile, right? And go get an EBT for the person, right? Zeros. How much money do you make? Zero. How much money do you make? Zero. Zero, zero, zero. All your questions are zero. Make no money, you see? So your person, you set up your straw man, whatever you want to call it, your corporate soul, whatever you want to call it. It's over there. It's not your trust and it's not you, but you set it up now. So it's got like an EBT card, perfect credit, and it has nothing in its name. So there are no assets at risk. So you actually kind of want to hold the license in the name of your person. Why? Because person has nothing, will have nothing, always will have nothing. So give it all the risk. You see? That thing that you didn't want to have risk, now you set it up to take all risk. And everybody's like, wow, they're personally, going on the line with their license. Wow. It's like, yeah. Whatever, you see. So just as long as that money goes through the trust bank account, that's all you care about, you see. That's great. That's a great list there, Roxy. I love your list. Those questions and so on. I did it my first day, last name. Great, Roxy. Fantastic. So we're all set. George, how about Smith Family Trust or Joe's Family Trust? Yes, that's fine too, George. That's why I say it's not always for everyone, because you could be like in a family situation where it doesn't make sense, both people are in business or what have you or something like that. It can make more sense to do a first kind of operations account be like a last name family trust. Yes, and I kind of go over that too in the instructions. Yes, that's kind of like the secondary kind of like group. And there's a third naming process, and that is, for make it sound like a church. Mostly important to do that for not bank accounts, but for when holding real estate, because the main thing you're going to do when you put real estate in the name of trust is you would apply for that in no property tax, right? So a church sounding name is best, to have success with that. It doesn't need a bank account or anything. Okay. What EIN category do we choose? Tim. Good question. It's in the instructions. Get the course that we tell you step by step. LibertyAidAcademy.org. Get the trust. There you go. Good question. We tell you how to do that. It's in the instructions. We make it super easy. Christo. Can I set up a trust in another state where I have an LLC? Shut up. Can use the address for the LLC would apply? Yes, you could do that. Absolutely. Yes. You would leave that whole LLC thing somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? As long as it isn't a PO box. You can do it anywhere. They just don't like a PO box. Okay. So don't use that. I'm sure you're not using that probably for an LLC if you're got a setup like that. So yes, but like we were just discussing, it might be a state you want to check to make sure there's a pathway for registration of the trust and Secretary of State, because that's a major step for being able to get credit for the trust. Okay. Reason being. Why is that always this trust has to do it and no other business has to? Why? Because it's a private trust. You set it up yourself and the Secretary of State doesn't know anything about it. All other entities are set up by purchasing through the Secretary of State their entity. Okay? So, but this is the only one you don't do that. You follow? That's why you have to register. So you're filling out an application for credit to a creditor, Amazon, Chase, whatever, PNC we talked about. They'd be like, oh, such and such a trust at such and such an address. Oh, okay, let's go look them up on the Secretary of State. If you're there, that's one of the criteria, one of the check boxes for a banker. You have to be registered Secretary of State. Why? Because there's got to be recourse. They have to be able to sue you. And if you're not a Secretary of State, there's no registered agent. There's no legal recourse, they call it. There's no pathway to sue your trust. So they're not going to issue credit. That's simple. Okay. Supreme law, peace, shall peace. So what a clever, yes, peace, true peace, right? Peace is always a cry for war and duality, but yes, happiness. Anyway, get the trust. At least we, here we are. At least you don't want to be forced to pay them, right? Okay. So, we made this quick and easy. We're on the slide here. Good questions. You get any more questions, throw them out, please. But here we are. We're on this slide. We made it quick and easy, right? Go watch the video. Get that EIN, sign the document, go to the bank, hey, and then your trust is set up with a bank account. That's the end of that. There's way more. We talk. Oh my God, we go on about this trust. Talk. But doing it, when you finally I'm going to do it. When you actually do it, it's like, wait, that was easy. You bring these pieces of paper to the bank, and it's like, the bank knows, or you set it up, and that's easy, and then you don't report, you don't make that. It's easy. Why? Because what? Of course, the USA is known for what main thing, right? Censorship, right? That's the one thing the USA is known for worldwide, right? So you can't find out about this easy. And then two, what? Well, who do we have here running things? The lazy people. Hey, we sold our soul. We get all the money in the world. PPP 666. Woo! Yeah, they're lazy. Okay, so this pathway for not reporting taxes and not paying taxes is for the lazy. And so don't you want to become lazy like the elite? I know it's a fantastic thing to be lazy with the IRS. Like, never contact them, never pay them, never, just zero, forever for the rest of your life. What a way to live. I think back, I'm like, Christo, I will need the EIN number for the trust, right? And give social security number, right? To get it. Sorry, this was discussed already. Oh, no, it wasn't discussed already. But yeah, you give those numbers. They're not your numbers. So, it's like, yeah, you were running by as a, cow, and they stamped you with those numbers. They're my numbers. They're right here on my rump. No, but they're not you see. The original business we're given is called a person, right? All capital letter name, 9-digit number. Every corporation has an all capital letter name and a 9-digit number, okay? So it's just a business. We're giving it birth. It's not us. We run businesses. People run businesses. They're not businesses. People can't own a single thing and never have. Your corporation that you control owns things like a person, an LLC, a trust. So don't you want to have the right corporation type, right? To own anything for the rest of your life, the kind that never reports and never pays taxes, you have to have one. You're currently using a crappy one, right? Your person or LLC where you're paying taxes and all that. Don't you want to end that and use the correct one? Think of the ROI on this. I'm going to do a video on this. I came up with this good idea for a video, ROI on this. I mean, just in the first year, if you just get EBT, right? You already make it back like 25% on your money, even just with EBT. Even if it's just, I operate a trust, I close my personal account, and so, I no money, great. I don't report taxes, I don't pay taxes. That's great. But the actual money you get just from EBT, you'd make over on the first year. You'd make more money from that in your first year than what you pay for the trust. And that's not even property tax savings, income tax savings. That's just the EBT. So funny. That's up to $234 a month plus 95, so it's $329 a month. $329 a month for free to buy food for anyone that operates this trust as your person. I mean, just the ROI on one thing. But that's not, I'm not even talking about the taxes and everything. And it's such a shield. No, I have nothing. I have EBT. Sorry, I don't have anything. I'm homeless. My person has no home anymore. It has no bank account. It's such a joy to be like, no, have nothing. Sorry, there's nothing. Move along, everyone. There's nothing to steal here. Nothing to steal. In fact, give me everything you got. How about that? It's just a joyful feeling. Okay. Anyway, so don't be tied to those numbers is the point of Chris. No. Point I had that little, I brought up all this. It's not your number, dude. Don't worry about it. I posted my passport, my social security number, my driver's license, everything on YouTube, years ago to prove that's all fake. The bank already has everything. They run Earth, hacking, all that. That's all crap. That's all BS. That's all them, and they're not allowed to do it under this trust. They lost their jurisdiction. Everything smooth as glass now, baby. Smooth as the firmament. So Supreme Law. This helps us come out of the matrix. Yes, we spend our energy uplifting, following humanity. Much gratitude, appreciation. No problem with that. Yes. That is the Supreme Law in a way. I mean, if you, the only pathway out of our current situation is from service to others. And the only way to really serve others is to know the truth. Otherwise, you're operating from what you think is the truth, but it isn't, and so you're not helping anyone. So get the trust, change your life, right? Operate a more simple life, and then, in your service to others, you'll get better at serving, because that'll be your focus. It won't be, you won't be, I got an accountant to focus on what I got to pay for the government. I keep all my business records for the government. No. It's not like business changes. It's like, okay, only reason I keep numbers now is, I'm trying to improve my service, make more money, but, I'm trying to serve my clientele or whoever, you see? It's just, that becomes your focus. And that's the only pathway out of here, is serving others usefully. So, yes, Supreme Law, good. If I have a retirement pension and annuity coming in now, can I assign it to the trust? Yes, you can. I mean, that depends on the rules of what you just said, but absolutely, 100%, yes. But, you signed up for that with money from wherever, I don't know, those are kind of general questions. But yes, of course. Once money goes into the trust, it doesn't have to come back out. And if, let's say, your person had tax bills due, but it has no bank account or no money or nothing, why would anybody be coming after that person, you see? Even if a tax bill was due. It's a hack for past tax bills. IRS are what? They're thieves, period, only thieves, and they can, they have access to everyone's bank account live currently. So if you don't have a bank account for your person with money in it, why are they going to come after you? They're thieves. They already know what's in your bank account. They can take it tomorrow if they had a reason, whatever. So, but with the trust, they can't touch it, nothing like that. So, as long as you get into that trust, oh yeah, everything's good. Good question. Roxy. I've changed all my titles to my vehicles and utilities, my home and office name and trust. Boop! Way to go, Roxy. It was very simple, just time consuming. Well done. It does take a minute to do it, but then you're just like, okay, moving forward, I need an account for blah, 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 right? Next thing, cable, whatever, Here's the trust information. So there's a little bit of cleanup period, but then, bang, you're on it from there on out. Perfect. You owe nothing, no bills in your name, nothing. I have nothing. No reason to hunt you for any reason. You're person, nothing, George. My son sent paperwork to the IRS, the governor, the Secretary of State, and had a major corporation begin depositing his paycheck into the trust account. He hasn't paid taxes in about a year. Hey, I thank you for taking the time to type that out, George. Fantastic. Isn't that great when you see this all go through at every stage? No problem with me. Here I am, week after week, year after year after year after year after year. Right? Started this in 2016. Everybody's, how's it hold up in court? Court? What are you talking about, court? Why would anyone go to court? There's no problem. So, no court. Duh. So hold it up. I figured it out. So the elite don't want anybody to know about this. They just try, make it hard to see on YouTube and stuff, but they can't. They don't want to make a stink about trust or anything because they all have trust. They're all doing this, you see. They have to use the financial system, and this is how they're accessing it. The money is hitting, there's nothing reported, it's simple. Okay, let's go on to the next slide. So this slide we were doing, it just takes one day to set it up. You follow, boop, and that's it. One business day, go down to that bank, yay. Okay, and so automatic 501c3 nonprofit status. You were wondering about that. I was like, he said that, but what does the government say that? Yeah, this is guidance. This is faith-based organizations frequently asked questions. This is from the United States Small Business Administration, the SBA, right? United States. This is where they let in PPP money, EIDL. This is the government. Okay, so how will churches qualify if they've not been informed of tax exempt status by the IRS? What if you haven't been informed? You don't have a tax exempt letter, right? Do organizations have to request and receive a tax exempt status or just meet the requirements, right? What does that second sentence say? Such organizations are not required to apply to the IRS to receive tax exempt status. See 508c1a. Black and white from the government. I'm not making it up. George's son, not making it up. Everybody else has gotten this, not making it up. All our testimonials, not making it up. Oh, yeah, so what makes us different actually here at Liberty Gate Academy? Well, first of all, it's the support you get, right? You could get us on a live chat, fantastic, right? Emails, that's the best way, really, because it forces you to write down, oh, this is my question, and they get a written response. That's the way I recommend, because you can refer to it. Oh, look, oh, okay. Yeah, right? And so you can get advising time, too. That's one of the things we have on our website, yay. So that's totally different, right? The support you have. Other places, oh, get this, sovereignty, blah, blah, blah. Click, boop, you pay your money, where'd they go? No, we're here. We'll help you through the whole thing. What else? What else is different about us? Our testimonials. Our clients who take the time, students, clients, they take the time, their own time, make a testimonial and fill out an affidavit and get it notarized with an online notary. I'm not making all that up. No other school, accountant, lawyer, no other professionals out there of any kind have that. We get it. You think death and taxes, oh, we got it, blah, blah. No, that's why we're so over the top about our marketing and making sure you are comfortable using this trust with our past students. Or, they're so overjoyed, their life changed. They're like, I gotta tell everybody, this is legal. So check out the testimonials. And my testimonials are up there. In other words, the one who founded doing it, I did it first. I show my proof first. It's no problem. No one's doing that. No so-called expert out there is like, no, here's my ID, here's my trust, there it is, the Secretary of State, everything. I've done all that. You can find that nowhere else on earth. Not any lawyers, not any accountants. Where are lawyers like, oh, this is what I did with my last legal case for me? No. We're accountant. Here are my taxes. No. They don't do that. Why not? Why don't people ask for that? Let me see if you're a good accountant. Let me see your taxes. No. No, but I put it up. You see, because I want you to be unworried and happy. Oh, this works. It's perfectly fine. Yeah. I went first. No problem. More than 5 years ago. Dear printer. Jet skis into trust. Woo! Yep. Got that right, Kira. How do you handle the driver's license issue? Hands. A driver's license for the person, it's like an ID that makes getting into any banking or whatever easy, right? It's not you, right? It's just, oh, you're authorized user for that person. Okay, fine. So that's like your basic identifier. Who cares? I pay the money for a driver's license. It's super little money, and it gets me access to all their banking products. I want your money. So I don't really care about a couple bucks every year. I'm not into the, they want us to get weighed down to these things that don't matter and cause us stink and stuff instead of focusing on what? Taking their money from the banks and not paying them taxes. Starve them by giving them zero. How about we do that? And so, it was $40 or something for the license? That's nothing. I ain't worried about that. You see? Don't worry about that. Timothy, the bank won't put the trust name on the debit card because it's a personal trust. So what? Who cares? It's just, that don't matter at all. It just matters if the money goes in and out of the trust. Like I said, it doesn't matter what's on the debit card. That don't matter. In fact, who cares? You want it to look like your person. You know what I mean? Who cares? It's even more invisible that way. Don't worry about it. I've had it both ways. It doesn't matter at all. I've had my person on it, the person's name. I've had trust name on it. I've had them both on it. It doesn't really matter. It's just how they issue them. Who cares? As long as you got the debit card, baby, that's all that matters. And congratulations. That's the good news. That's all you need. I had to go to another bank to open my trust. It was actually really easy. I use Bank of America. Yeah, I don't recommend. Bank of America is easy to get a bank account. I've done it too. I've had bank accounts there. I just found out Wells Fargo and Bank of America are the two banks that don't issue credit cards in the name of a trust. Everybody else I found does. So if you need a bank account, sure, Bank of America, no taxes, no reporting, blah, blah, no problem. But I also want a bank where they have good credit products. So that's why I try to open up a bank at a bank account like Chase. They got the best credit cards. So I'm like, hey, how do we get hi, how much your credit card? You know what I mean? But yes, the point is you need a bank account to not report and to move the money through and stuff. And yes, I have used for several years even Bank of America. So yeah, they're no problem. Way to go, Kira. George. When you get your license, just write the word BY. Yes, that's true. And then write your initial. That's true. It doesn't have to be legible. That separates you from the fiction. Yes. It's a private, ecclesiastical, irrevocable trust. Yes, George. See, yes, it's a common law, irrevocable, ecclesiastical trust. Yes. That's what type of trust is, sort of identifiers of the type of trust. And what George is referring to, and really what I recommend everyone, how they sign their name on any document, is how lawyers sign their name, actually, on any document, anytime. I just watched them, and then I looked it up. What does that mean? What they're doing over there, right? I never helped anybody pay taxes as an accountant, but I was a great auditor. I'm always watching, right? What are you doing over there? Anyway, it's a simple thing like George brought up. Literally, it's writing one word and a colon, BY, and then that punctuation mark, right? A colon. So it's just three symbols. BY colon means signing as an agent for, signing as a representative for, okay? It means it's not you. You just represent that corporate entity. How simple is that? It's like a little, wink, wink, nod, nod, one pants leg up, hey, we're with each, yeah. So you use that and they know what's up, and it actually legally separates you. That's what George was going into, and thank you for that, George. Okay, next slide. And we're talking about banking, right? You need credit, right? You need to get that money. And so you're building that credit profile. We talked about Secretary of State a little bit and other things. You could get, the PPP, Payment Protection Program money. People have done that. EIDL, credit cards, lines of credit, auto loans, and these things, they're reporting to your business credit profile, not your personal credit profile, right? For the credit profile for the trust, you see, is a business credit profile. It's not your personal credit profile. Yay. It's great. So, and like, for example, credit cards, they give a lot higher limits over there with business credit cards, like Chase's Inc. cards, much lower annual fees, much better perks on business credit cards. and they don't report to your personal credit report. I mean, almost everyone. So, that's just another hack. Supreme law. Also sign your license and all contracts, all rights reserved. Yeah, lawyers don't do that. You see what I'm saying? Don't do that. That just puts up a red flag that you're a screwball, and that's not what you want. BY call it. Yeah, see, that's what everybody says, but ain't nobody got the proof up there. In fact, Supreme Law, that's not even your name, dude. So, how can anyone take you seriously? I mean, you're not even open about your name. So I'm just saying. So, but that's the way we check experts. It's just, do they provide proof of their own outcomes and so on, and do they use their real name? Do they put up their information and their personal information? Yeah, do all of that. And I'm here live. So that's the way we check to see if someone's real or if a method is real. So we can't just say a method is real. We have to have tested it for many, 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 many years to know it's real. You see? So the lawyers, they know what's up. And so when I did that study, yes, it's worked every time for me for many, many years. Like 10 years I've been signing like that. So it works perfectly. So some information for you there, Supreme Law. Good to know, thank you. Try Chase X on Kira, yay. Fantastic. Kira's a long way, away, boy. Young mother doing this, got her trust up. I mean, she's in her early 20s and already knows this information, but she'll probably rule the world by the time she's my age. Tiffany, hey John, do you have to keep trust minutes for trust? No, not written, right? And you can commit to memory whatever trust minutes you want or don't want to. You follow me? This is private. This is a private trust. There's no reporting to anyone. Is this trust ever going to go to court? Not ever. No, never. Never trust, never go into court. Never. They're never hauled into court. Why? Because this is what the elite use. They don't want their trust hauled into court. If a trust gets pulled into court, precedent. No way. No way. No way. So things like trust minutes, no. Come on. No. It's private. Write it down if you want to. That's the information that how you're supposed to do, blah, blah, blah. But it's your own information, I'll remember what I want to remember. It's private. Okay, good. All information is private. Good. Don't tell me, don't tell anybody. Great. And that's legal. Okay. Great question, Tiffany. Thank you very much. It makes our life so much easier, because we're always like, should I be doing this or should we be doing that? Well, that's up to you. You're a trustee. If you want to write down trust minutes, because that helps you better remember things, that's up to you. And do it, But it's however you privately choose to run your trust. Yay. George, I don't think you need to keep the minutes because it's private. George is way ahead of me. Nobody's ever going to look at the minutes. Anyway, they have no standing to talk to you. George, I should get you on here. He said everything I just said. Somebody's been paying attention. George, you get it, my man. Should we publish our name in the newspaper? I wish us Moors talked like you. Moors are hoax. It's like the recent TV show they're all about, right? With the face type of thing, right? Their whole thing is skin pigmentation matters to getting sick. It's like, wait a minute, so should I get suntan lotion? Their stories are so stupid. Yeah, so there are no Moors or nothing like that. Publish their name in the newspaper. It's not your name. It's a person. It's a corporate name that was given to you at birth. It's certainly not your name, right? It's not your license. It's a piece of plastic that was printed by the state. It's not yours. Quit getting so, I love my straw hat. It's me. No. Oh, no. No. We see all this crazy stuff online and we're like, we want to be free. Hey, no doubt. You're right. But we get all trapped up in this crazy stuff like, oh, there's the secret hidden information. Yeah, there is. That's true. Now you come upon it. That's true too. But what's different about the Moors and all these other, sovereignty or whatever their game is? I've heard them all. I've interviewed them. Oh, they're so pathetic. And we have to look at their actions, right? What don't they do? They never post their proof first and then go, this is how I did it. That never occurs. There's never any proof. There's always a fake name and blah, 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 blah. That's why I always post my proof first that I've done everything. It's always true. Yeah, I put it up there, testimonials. Yeah, their Moors are fake. Every single one of them. Never done a thing except for gotten paid for lying, right? They get paid for lying, a forked tongue, right? So, Tiffany, yeah, fact check TV rumors. What in God's name went into your head to think of that? Okay, sorry. Some of the attempted mind controllers pop into our live events here sometimes. It's hilarious. Okay, Tiffany, I'm a student of the Academy. I know Tiffany, great. Do you happen to know the highest dollar amount one of these trusts has been able to 1099 for that you see? No, and it doesn't matter at all what it is. It doesn't matter at all. Some of them have been hit for considerable sums, whatever. And I've had 1099s. So what? You don't respond to them, right? Because you filled out a W-9 to get a 1099. Oh, I'm having this interaction with you, the trust and whatever, right? And so they know if you filled out a W-9 to fill out a 1099 annually to your trust or anyone else, right? Doesn't matter. They don't not send out 1099s. If you filled out a W-9, they send out 1099. But they keep a copy of a 1099. Sorry, I'm trouble getting that out. They send a copy of the 1099 to the IRS. They send a 1099 to you, your trust, right, as trustee. You know you're non-taxable, so does the IRS. Do nothing with your trust. It doesn't matter how many zeros is on that sucker. They're not touching it. That's that. I'm about to put the test to get 1099 for 7 figures. Worry. What? You're worried. Give me a break. No. You should be, whatever you're doing now, people, you should be worried about that. Your person, your LLC, those things the IRS could all get their greedy little paws up on that stuff. You should be super worried about that. But as soon as you get the trust, worries end. Forever worried. We ain't got a mind control. You got your worries in reverse. You should be worried up until the second that money gets into that trust. But as soon as money's in that trust, go have a party. And that's it. Love it. Thanks. Oh, sure, man. Supreme Law. I was just share what has worked for me, not try to be confrontational. Forgive me if I offended you anyway. No problem, man. It's but see, someone always is coming on to give expertise information, and they always have a fake name account, and so it's always the time every week, and everybody who comes here, like George comes a lot or whomever, right? They come and they know I'll stop and have the talk, right? You have to provide proof first, right? And then afterwards, you can speak about your method. No proof, don't tell me about your method. You see what I'm saying? So all methods are blocked as fake until proof is provided. So it's not you, Supreme Law. It's just no one is going to listen to anyone. I'm the one that provides proof. I'm the one with the school, with the clients, all that. Ain't nobody listen to you. You follow me? Come out with your name. Come out with your website. Do some things. Do 50 court cases against the lawyers. Do all those things. Put up your proof. Do all those things. Sure, people will listen to you. Sure. But until then, never listen to anyone out there on the internet that doesn't provide proof to the level I have. You see, otherwise you should be super worried and concerned about them because they're liars, right? Why wouldn't you be like, oh, I found this great thing? You put up your proof to make everyone comfortable. Don't worry, I'm doing this. It's not a worry. You see? We have to look at that. So it's not you, Supreme Law. It comes up every week, and I have to, change people's programming. from what they programmed us into the programming of reality. Yay! Okay, so it's how you, dude. Or dude, I say anyone, whoever you are. And yes, what are we talking about? Bank where you want, right? We had a question about this, about PNC and so on. Bank where you want. Bank where you're currently banking, or bank at another bank. Bank where you want to bank. Yay. That's it. That's simple. Fact check TV true. Which one? You sound like my teacher, Taj Sharik. Put it in a trust. Your teacher. Oh, that's good. That's good. No, I don't sound like anyone. I don't sound like anyone's current teacher. Why? Because I'm using my real name. I'm up front, out front. Got a school, got proof. So no. I may have similar sounds. In other words, I'm copied often. There are many songbirds that try to sound like me, but none of them have proof. And that's the only thing that matters, you know? Because, hey, I'm like everyone. I would like to know the proof. So can you provide it for me? I'd like to learn something from you if you have proof that your stuff works. I have it. Do other people? I have never found it. I've never found it, okay? So if you find it ever, I'd just quit looking after more than a decade, okay? So you follow me? We not district, we be 33, right? Yeah, right? Yeah, we, whatever. Disrespectful, disrespectful is not following the truth. That's a lack of respect of the what? Respecting what? The truth. That's what should be respected, not people. The truth is what needs respect. You see what I'm saying? That's the difference. People get caught up, oh, don't treat me. Screw me and we and 33. I don't care about that. I care about the truth. Do you follow? Okay. That's what matters. You see the truth, all right? So, Tiffany, do you have to no, I can obtain vaccine exemption to travel international? Oh, I think they got those, vaccination piece of paper up on eBay. You just get some and fill it out. What's so hard about that? You want to get Greece proof of vaccine is required. Yeah, get a piece of paper, fill that sucker out. There's no, there's no method in any country or whatever for showing your vaccine paperwork is real or none of that BS. Just go make up some paperwork that looks like their paperwork. That ain't hard. Okay. So I like driving for Uber. Okay, great. I would fill out a W-9 and have income put in the trust. Boom! Just feed. That's it. And they do that at Uber, yes. Or at the other one, a Lyft. Yeah, that's it. It's that simple. We could talk blah, 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 blah about the trust for hours and hours and hours. Open up trust, do the bank account, change your account number, routing number on your Uber thing, and that's it. No taxes from that second forward. Boop. And go get your EBT. Kidding me? No, I'm not kidding. No. This thing pays right away. It's so fantastic. Yeah, so that's it. Cara, I was saying Kira last time, but it's Cara, who I think is Larry. I said in my dissolution clause of bylaws for property tax exception, yay, she told me that I thought you didn't have these. I said I did, but I talked with my attorney and said, just do them. She told me, I love it. Exactly. Make up the paperwork they need, dude. What are you kidding me? Oh, you need this paperwork? Hell, I'll be right back. Exactly. George, by their own law and their own code, no living man or woman or child has any income or owes any property. Right. So why would people claim they owe something or owe something? Exact, George. Owe nothing, control everything. And then you're not controlled. You see what I'm saying? It's not me. And off they go. I don't have it. Nothing here. EBT card. Don't have anything. Bye. Is going to try and steal something from someone that doesn't have anything. Sorry. It's so beautiful. Exactly, George. Okay, Cara, I was reading you as Kira last time, and I apologize for that. Because I thought you were the other Kira who's now in here, so my bad. Yeah, that's so funny. Okay, I still have to go into the protest house, so they're good. Hopefully they give me my property tax exemption. Yeah. And listen, I think maybe we talked about this or whatever. We talked about this before, but listen, every application for property tax exemption, they don't have any letter from the IRS. They don't have it. Churches and government, they're tax exempt, and they don't have that letter. So, public information, open up the other application files and show me you got a letter from all them. You didn't. So why are you treating me different? Because I'm a Christian? You see what I'm saying? You give the trust of Christian Sunday because I'm Christian? That's you messing with my religious freedom though. Let's get a court. I want a couple $1 billion or some crap right from your county. Let's take all your money. Yeah, give me the property tax exemption, you follow? And so on. Yeah. She said she would have approved me if I would have just set those in as start of application, but now I have to go for a protest. Okay, so that's the point. Give them what they asked for, people. Give them the pieces of paper they asked for. Oh, they want my social security number. It ain't yours. Give it to them. What is this mind control stuff? Give them the pieces of paper they asked for. I want to go to Greece. Go get a piece of paper and give it to them. Quit putting in the things with the things. You follow me? Quit putting in actions with pieces of paper. Oh, you want a piece of paper? Let me get you a piece of paper. Oh, we're good to go? Okay, great. Okay, there you go. But that's good. Thank you for going through that, Cory, because this is easier than we make it. You see what I'm saying? Don't try and make it hard. Just do your best. If you try and give them everything in the beginning, like that situation, they'd be like, well, what? We still need this, box or that. You'd be more like adjusting it. You see what I'm saying? And that's fine. These are sometimes new applications, there's a little back and forth, like this or whatever. Main thing being, at the end, we get, I don't want to pay any property taxes. Yay. That's the thing. Okay, so you're going, so far so good. You've learned a lot. Keep up the great work, I want your success, and we'll keep helping you until you have it. All right, George, nothing against the Moorish people, but I have a question of morality or honesty. And some of you, more. They should be called the lesses. The lesses. They don't have any morality at all. They have lessality. Oh my God, what a group. Oh, it's just, honesty. They just don't have it. It's sad. And they play on the heartstrings of, skin pigmentation. Yeah, they have screw skin pigmentation. Sometimes I get a suntan, sometimes I don't. Whatever. I don't look at people's skin color. Can we get past skin deep already? My God, I can't get nowhere if we can't do that. Kara, I don't believe there will be a problem at all. That's good. Kara, I hope it goes well. Yeah. It's tough. It is. But we learn as we go with this. It's such important information. It's so foreign, sort of, to what we're used to. But it's also, we're used to filling out applications and stuff. So okay, so there's a little adjustment period, and then we get synced in. So don't feel bad, because sometimes in the beginning things, back and forth a little bit, but you'll get there, and then it'll be like, oh man, next time I need to do blah and blah, instead of, you're not intentionally making it hard. It's just part of the learning process of using this trust. No big deal. You host any personal events? I will be in the future, at some point. It's just such a, you have no idea. It's such a problem sometimes, because the wonderful people show up, the information is so easy, but the other team shows up, and it's like, so this is, we'll see about that at some point in the future. We're working on an inner circle thing and so on, but we wanted to get sort of more focused on the trust and these live things up, just so anyone, anywhere could really get to us at any time. You see what I'm saying? Every week we're here. We just thought that was more important to do, okay? That's a good question, and I do like working with people in person. I just find that it's difficult and it's more work and less success for fewer people are helped sometimes if I go face to face than if I use this internet thingy. So, but we are looking to do that, because it would be great, and there would be really wonderful people that would come, and they would have a lot to share with each other too. George, Kara, it's hard to comprehend the simplicity of this and the safety. Yeah. Supreme law. Yeah. I know more Moorish people that are into this kind of information than any other people. I wish they could learn what Jack is teaching and save themselves a lot of time and effort. I know. I got to travel down the road in a car, so I'm out of the chat. Okay, George. George, wonderful. Thank you. And, people are coming from different background and different researches into this, and then when they see it, they're like, oh my God, And then this past sort of BS has to melt away a little bit. Even things have been semi-successful, but really untested up to this point that we think is like successful. This is such a simple change and complete. There's nothing left out, you see. You're not under the ego. We trust USA, same trust level. You're not under their jurisdiction. You don't pay taxes. You don't report taxes. And that's it. It's very simple. Oh, yeah, funny. Okay, what's the next one we got going on here? Okay, so what are we talking about here? We're talking about the McCagg Mastery Trust, 1997, right? So it comes with everything you get with the Trust 101, which is just a super basic level thing, but we get also 1-year mentorship with their advanced financial solutions, a whole year. It's really unbelievable that you get all that. Includes access to 1-hour instructional video and one-on-one advising with me. You get 2 advising sessions with me that you schedule yourself at your convenience. So you get the course you need, and you get the trust, and you get me. Yay. And everything you need to open the trust, all the paperwork, everything. Okay. So if you need any support, right, have any questions, contact at libertyaidacademy.org. And we're at live chat too. Yeah. So anything you need, we're here for you. That was wonderful. Wow. That one took longer than usual. Even I haven't been. George was on a red light. Hold on. So, okay. That was great. Wow, we were into this for a while. So let's go over at the end here. You got to go to libertyaidacademy.org if you want to go to the trust workshop at 5 o'clock today, right? It's going to be a live event on Zoom. And it's a more detailed discussion of the trust for those people that are still like unsure if they need the trust and so on. 5 o'clock, go sign up, libertyaidacademy.org. It's not live, it's live, but it's not public live. It's going to be private on Zoom. It's just going to be us, whoever's interested. I'll go through the details with you, okay? And it's going to be a small group, very small. It's not going to be like this, okay? Anybody that wants to get in there, go ahead. We'll talk at 5, okay? Carrot. It's actually easy to comprehend. I'm crushing everything else. Nice. Knew my rights. Knew I didn't need bylaws and dissolution call. We're pushing for my rights. Should have did the easy way and provided it. Yeah. Thanks for everything you do, John. Yeah. Kara, that's good. Tiffany, happy to help. You're very much appreciated. Oh, thank you so much. I'm doing my best, and it's good. I can see that this really changes lives for the better. It makes everyone's life easier, And I have done some other things and so on, and you can get some of that in your advanced financial solutions stuff. But this trust is so life-altering in every way and making life easier. We're just focusing on this. Where are we signing up for the live at 5? Good question. libertyaidacademy.org, there's a trust workshop box on our courses page, okay? It's on the courses page, trust workshop. You click there. It's a free thing. It's one of the freebies. You go to all, like, courses at all. You get out, it's like, oh, Trust Workshop. And they have times. It doesn't have to be this Monday at 5. You could sign up for another Monday at 5, because we'll be doing it in the future too. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, no problem. Anyway, yeah, there. And so, see some, whoever at 5 today and in the future. If not, today you can't make it, come in the future. Okay. And really, if you want to hear about all this stuff, get on our, give us your email, the website and stuff like that. Check in with the website. Get in our YouTube channel. Everything comes out there, social media, Okay, we got the link thingies. You get to our website, libertyaidacademy.org. You hit the F for the Facebook. You just sign up for all that stuff, Whatever social media you're into, our stuff will roll across there. You can check on it like that too. Okay? All right. What a great session. Let's do this at 5, whoever's into it. And great, Kara. You're the man. Thanks for everything. Oh, bless you too, Kara. I know this is going to work out for you. It's great when you see that, oh, you would have let me through if I did. Good. Well, why don't you just let me through the next time we talk? Lovely. Okay, we're good to go then. Yes, that's the way I see it, Cory. Okay, so, just be super nice to them. You know what I mean? Which is not the way we feel necessarily all the time with the government, but just be super nice to be like, hey, I was just doing my best. They're doing their best. So, okay, great. We got to sort it out. Thank you very much. Okay. Bye forever. You know what I mean? Don't ever get upset with them down there at the application land. Just be, oh, I didn't do that right. Well, I'm totally going to do that right. Here I come. I'm going to do it right. You see? Okay, everyone. Great to have you here. You got it. This thing is going to be this live, right? It's going to go onto our channel on YouTube. Help some people out. Put it on your social media. Like, put it on your page or whatever they call those things. You know what I mean? I'm not really on social media much myself, but a lot of people are, okay? So help them out. How about a bro, a sis, whomever? Like, just post a link and be like, I'm doing this. Anyone else want to get some freedom up in here? It helps them. You know what I'm saying? Okay. All right, people. Great to have you. See you next week, Monday, noon. Every week the questions are so phenomenal. Everything that everyone brings up, all the stories, all your experiences. Thanks for coming. Looking forward to it next week. I really enjoy this every week. Thank you.